Folks, what's cracking, everybody on YouTube? I'm just here to sound the alarms. The Pokemon bull market has begun. Okay, we're going to go through a couple items today. And before we even get started, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel if you want more videos. Secondly, you're going to notice a theme here. Buy acrylic cases after you buy the sealed product and you have seen that it is in good condition. Why do I say this? You might make an extra $50 just having an acrylic case regardless of condition, but if you have a near mint box and an acrylic case, that holds a premium. Just having the plastic around it, okay? Remember guys, the more protection, the more wrapping you put around something, the more it's worth, okay? Let's go. So now we have something that I was buying, believe it or not, $70 in ETB. And I have a couple in acrylics. This is shocking. The pack price, people are not buying this to open, I can guarantee you that. This is strictly a collectible piece. Now, every TCG is booming right now, and guys, when markets are hot, don't be hesitant to look elsewhere where you might find some opportunities, okay? We could go through all the Sword and Shield ETBs. They're all doing decently well. We're going to get into that set here in a bit. And yeah, guys, I love the displayability of this box. I like the other one as well, but I think this one just has more that oomph to it, you know? Like when you have this, you have the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the best regular ETB, and I don't really like the PC ETBs. What are you really getting besides 2 extra packs? You're paying what, 500 extra bucks? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Wouldn't be surprised if these hit 500 here soon. Let's move on. Now we got the Big Daddy. We got the biggest, the best, the highly faked, but this one's real. You know, contrary to popular belief, I think this box is kind of ugly, but I can see where it does have some appeal. Regardless, this set has really not ran up all that much. But we are at the beginning stages, in my opinion, of a bull market. And something I've noticed with this hobby, it used to not be like this, but 2 years ago, I started noticing a trend. In the warmer weather, spring, summer, the market heats up. Okay, and it's been cooling off during the winter seasons. But I think a lot of people's tax money is coming in, and I think that's what you're seeing being allocated into the market right now. And yeah, the market caps are raising for a lot of these items. And just Pokemon in general as a hobby, the market cap is higher. Don't ever buy this right here. Don't ever buy something so stupid. If I ever have a viewer that buys this, message me, and I'm honestly gonna make a whole video about you. Because that would just be such a dumb choice. You already know all these packs are weighed. They already picked out all the holo packs. It's just dumb. But yeah, Evolving Skies, good set, solid set. We know that one's gonna do well. Now we got this set. Printed to the, might be the most printed in recent memory. The PC ETBs, I remember they were around 900. Now they just went up about 300. This set is going to go on a heater, guys. Not only is it a very good display piece, it's the most rare product. I've been telling you guys to buy Prismatic Evolutions PC ETBs. I'm going to continue to preach it because that is the most undervalued item that I could see having the biggest ROI in the next 5 years easily. If 151 can do this, I get it, Gen 1. Prismatic's just got a little different something to it. I don't really like the artwork in 151. I like the birds, the legendary bird artwork. I don't like the Charizard. I love the Venusaur. Don't like the Blastoise. I feel like the underwater Blastoise has been overplayed, but I do like the Venusaur. But it doesn't matter what I like. The market has spoken. 151 is going to go down as one of the most nostalgic sets. I remember the little Pokey, like the book you would get as a kid, right? And it had like the 151 Pokemon on it, right? All on the cover. It was like a Pokédex or something. And it just reminds me of that. I think a lot of people, here's the thing, right? The kids that are growing up now are going to be nostalgic towards this later in their life. We're nostalgic towards what we knew as a kid. And hell, even the 30-year-olds were playing this on Game Boy. They're nostalgic, okay? The This box has a lot going for it. It really does. Um, I would never invest in the singles of this set. Never. If you thought other sets had high PSA 10 pops, it reminds me of Evolutions, in my opinion. Just obviously better. But PSA 10 pop wise for all the cards, I mean, print it to the moon. There's still so much of this product out there. But we can't deny that other products are going to get ripped more than the PCETBs because people want to have this on rip and ship streams. So, in that sense, there could come a time where other products are more scarce just based on the fact that people are ripping them for the packs. But I like this product. Snorlax is such a sleeper Pokemon who hasn't gotten enough love, in my opinion, in recent memory. And yeah, guys, just a lot to like about this. Everything about this box is just a screaming buy if you had the funds, but you should have already bought it. All right, now we get to the set that I feel like is going to take off the most. The Gengars are pumping. This isn't a singles video, but if you look across the board, every Gengar is pumping right now. I'm going to say it again. I'm in the One Piece market and this market, so you can compare. PSA 10 pop on that Gengar in this set is extremely high. People don't remember that those hits from this set got stolen out of the Pokemon factory. There's like hundreds of each hit, the Espeon, the Gengar, the Celebi, but I love the set. I think it's the best top 5. Do I think it's a deep set? Absolutely not. I think it's the best looking booster box I've ever seen. Out of all Pokemon booster boxes, this one is by far the best looking one. I don't think you can beat it. My one gripe with the set would be that they don't have a Mew card where he's like in the city, kind of how he is on the box. But dude, I love the top of this box. I literally I have obviously positions in this. I'm not gonna get rid of I'm gonna keep a couple of these and literally I preach don't put your emotions into it, but I cannot lie. I can't sell all these off. I need one at least, if not more, in case one gets lost. I just need it. My favorite box of all time. And I just think there's something to be said about a pink box. You see Phantom Forces. That cool looking box. Obviously it has, 3 Gengars, which obviously this set does too. Has the best Fusion Strike has the best Gengar, in my opinion, of all time. I know a lot of old heads, they want to live and die by the old cards, but you can't deny that Gengar literally is the best artwork. Like, objectively, it's the best artwork. Subjectively, maybe not. But what more can I say? And a little secret about Fusion Strike back in the day, and I think people underestimate this. They obviously sleeve booster packs, okay? They have the one with the dog, the little electric dog on it, Genesect on one, Mew on one, and then the Gengar packs. I was buying lots of Gengar packs for $3 a sealed blister pack with just the Gengar artwork. And in my opinion, these sleeve booster packs with just the Gengar on them are going to hold a higher premium than the other artworks. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's just, I like the Gengar. Everyone loves it though, I feel like. And I just love how it's kind of like that Jigglypuff or Yoshi, just swallowing everything in. It's just cool. It has a moon in it too, if that helps you make a decision here. This might be the most overpriced box on this entire list. Number 1, I do not like this promo whatsoever. But I can't deny that it is a beautiful display piece. I do kind of wish the black one was the more exclusive one, and this would have been the regular one. I think the black kind of looks a little smoother, but it looks better, just flows better. You can see the Mew a little bit more prominently, in my opinion. But I can't deny, I get it. I get it. Team Rocket hasn't seen the limelight in a long time. People are probably gonna collect this set for a long time. And it just encompasses everything that Team Rocket stands for, maybe besides, Jesse and James, but it's just like the colors, the outfit, the stance. This is the best tag team set of recent memory. This box right here is going to go down as probably one of the best display pieces you can have. So I get it on that level. But for it to be more expensive than Prismatic, for it to be more expensive than Sword and Shield, Silver Tempest, outrageous to me. But we're in a bull market. And keep in mind, guys, whenever there's an anniversary, I think we learned from this one and the previous, buy ups buy up shit a year before the anniversary. I think you're gonna do pretty well. I think we've learned that. And I'm only gonna go through products I think need to be talked about. $600 for this box. I'm not gonna act like this is like a box that shouldn't be 600. I just didn't think it was gonna get there this fast. The fact that we're already at 600 for this box is outrageous. Can't deny. Here's why it's at 600. There's no other good-looking boxes in this era that are mainline sets. You could argue Surging Sparks. To me, I don't really like that set. It's kind of like a better version of Vivid Voltage, in my opinion. This is just like, it's different, right? Because in Sword and Shield, Evolving Skies had so much competition. Like, there's 5 to 6 really good sets that if you put them in Scarlet and Violet era, they would have performed really well. When you have just a standalone mainline set that every other set is just complete, in my opinion, not great. I don't like any of them really. I like the Magikarp. I like the Drowsy and Scarlet and Violet base. I like the Magikarp and Paldea evolved. But you want to talk about depth, theme, nostalgia, and then just put in the weakest era I think we've had since the modern era. And I'm talking about Sun and Moon onward. Then yeah, this should probably be a $600 box. And when you had a 2-week window to buy this box in the 200s, and luckily for me, I got 3 of them at that price. And then you're done. You're cooked. Everybody sold out. And then it was hard to find boxes. It was hard to source inventory. And now we're here. And in my opinion, if they don't, which I feel like they have to reprint this box, but if they don't, sky's the limit, honestly. Now we get the Brilliant Stars. I love this box. And you know what? Sword and Shield has the best looking boxes consistently. Okay. Yes, the tag team era had some really good looking boxes. Team Up, Cosmic Eclipse. I like those boxes. Unified Minds, good box. But man, like, they just captured the feel. Like, you feel something when you look at this box. You feel like you're in outer space, like an extraterrestrial being. But let's get to the price. This at one point was competing with Evolving Skies. They were neck and neck. They printed the hell out of this, and obviously they didn't do that to Evolving. In my opinion, it's only a matter of time before this goes above Lost Origin, and it's around a little below Fusion Strike prices. Because I think everyone likes Fusion Strike more as a whole, and me included. Box, cards, this set got printed more. Now, Fusion didn't get a short print. They printed the hell out of that too. Believe it or not, guys, 2 years ago, you could have got these for $140 a piece. So I think a lot of people are overestimating how far we are removed from these being that price. We're really not that far removed. I kind of remember it like it was not yesterday, but like a week ago. These boxes were sitting on the Pokemon Center. You could literally probably buy 100 of them. And, it's just crazy to think about. But this box has a lot of potential. Charizard, Arceus, one of the top 3 best looking boxes in Sword and Shield in all of modern. Arceus right on the front, man. I mean, what a good looking box. I do see it doing well in the future. Now Lost Origin. To me, it's gonna perform like Ancient Ordnance. Okay, this is literally going to mimic that. This is about an $800 box as we speak, and I do think it will go higher. This one sold for $808. Remember, guys, acrylic cases. I'm gonna repeat it. Just buy it, man. Just not only just to have the price have a little, not only to get the top dollar, but to just conceal it and keep it fresh and mint. I mean, bro, all it takes is one drop on the floor, and your box is already devalued by 50%. So, to me, this is a very overrated set, very top heavy, In my opinion, they should have put a Gardevoir in there if they're gonna put it on the box. I mean, this could have been like a Paldean Fates with the Giratina and some Pikachus. Pikachus, yeah, they're cool. I like them in this set, but other than the Pikachus and the trainer gallery, but I think trainer galleries over time we're gonna see are really overrated, and I really do believe so. They're not gonna hold the value of a set up, in my opinion. They're not artistically, they don't differentiate enough. They're very basic. Now we get trainers that come out now that are like the SIRs that look way better, so they're just getting outdone, and I don't think they're gonna last. But Shinji Kanda artwork. Shinji Kanda did the Magikarp. It's got a lot going for it, and it's just my personal opinion. I know people that love this set and they like it more than Brilliant, and they like it more than other sets. I was never a fan of it, but I did buy it. Obviously, I mean, I remember that card when I first saw it. I was like, wow. I knew Pokemon was kind of stepping their game up. Umbreon. It was like we don't get sets like that anymore. They put so much thought into these sets, and I think people are underestimating that. This set's gonna age like fine wine. I see it being 900 to $1,000 here soon. Literally, probably within the next 2 months. And let me, before we get into this, because man, this box, it took a while. They printed the hell out of it, but it's got its time in the sun now, and you know what? I think it could even go higher. But when you have demand like this, I don't see why sellers don't just list a, kind of just a whatever price, because people will pay whatever. If everyone listed Lost Origin right now at 950 a box, maybe liquidity wouldn't be as high, but people would buy it. If everybody listed Fusion at 1500, everyone knows that's a $1,500 box. You think people aren't going to buy it at 1500? I just think there's a lot of people that are kind of misjudging. They don't know, they're not in the circles. They don't realize how much demand is in the hobby at this very minute and moving forward probably for the next 4 months. And they're kind of low cutting themselves right now. You could probably get away with a lot higher prices right now. Speaking of higher prices, this box was like sitting at 300 for the longest when it first came out. You could get this for $90. Only reason I didn't load up on these, and this is like the index fund of Sword and Shield. It has a mix of everything, great promos that if one grades a 10, pays off the whole box. I think people underestimate that fact. Gold dice, but the reason I didn't load up on them is because storage space is a real thing that you have to consider in this hobby. You can't buy all these, Charizard UPCs and store them in your closet. They're going to take up so much space, especially at the rate that they're going up. Why not just buy booster boxes and just stack those up? I mean, they're smaller, more condensed packs, higher ROI, especially long term, but this box is going to perform really well. Obviously, we're getting remakes, so that just makes this like an OG, right? So this is like the original. People are always going to come back to this. It's the best UPC we've ever gotten as far as what the contents are inside the box. And pack value wise, I mean, man, people aren't really looking at this. It does have really bad hit rates. I mean, if you can go out and watch people opening this up and they just don't pull anything. And, I've always stuck tried and true. I don't open up my products, but unless I get them at like Walmart or Target for retail. But yeah, this was actually going for below retail, believe it or not. But I could see it being 800 here soon. Most underrated set right now. Chilling Reign came out before everything, including Evolving. Came out right after Battle Styles. Has the second prettiest booster box of all Sword and Shield. And, I want to debate, but no, I can't. Like, no one knows who that is or what Pokemon that is unless you're like a diehard fan. I am, but I don't care for it. I don't care for this Pokemon. Love the blue box. We don't get boxes like this anymore. Lowest PSA 10 pop out of all the really good alt art sets, which is a big fact to consider. Great set, great theme, best theme out of all the sets. I mean, for this to be one of the lower boxes and it's the oldest, lowest PSA 10 pop, etc., hard to find in good condition, makes no sense. I think this has the most potential for the ROI. Actually has the lowest PSA 10 pop, like as far as everything that's been graded, or should I say graded PSA pop has the lowest. So I don't get it. I really don't. This set right here should at least be $700, if not 9 to 1,000. So that's just a set that needs to get some more love. And people need to actually look at the cards. Another card with a moon in it, the Moltres. The Blaziken, not my favorite. It's hard to tell which direction he's going, if he's in front of the building, behind. I don't know. I don't like the card, but it is a Blaziken. We don't get enough love with him. Or her, whatever the hell. The Unicorn card, I don't know the name of it. I love that card. It's got Articuno in a bubble. I love that card. The theme, like I said, I think the Celebi from Fusion Strike would have looked great in this set, but I'm happy it's in Fusion. Let's get to our last one here. Now, I'm just going to keep this one short and simple. Buy this product. Buy this product, as much of it as you can. And I don't say that with many products. It's not Crown Zenith. It has an exclusive promo. It's a better set. Way low PSA 10 pops compared to all the other PSA 10 graded of a particular card. Umbreon, last time I checked, 4,000 PSA 10, 12,000 total pop. That's like what, 25% PSA 10 gem min rate? That's like right there with the Magikarp. Maybe not right there, but getting similar numbers. Okay, it's a better card. Buy it, man. Acrylic it up. I'm telling you, this is the one play that I would tell people that if I was a financial advisor telling them to buy stocks, I'd say, hold on, let me show you something real quick. I'd pull this up. I'd say, just buy this. Don't buy the stocks. You could buy Bloom Energy. I really like that stock, not to get too deep into that, but this is it. This is the one right here. 151 PCTBs. 1,200. You don't think this can be more with lower PSA 10 pops, better cards, more unique set, better promo? I mean, it's arguable. The Snorlax is pretty cool too. So I don't even know what needs to be said about this really. Like, I think I've already like spoken this into existence here. We've already seen the price go up. I'm not saying it's my fault. I'm not saying I had anything to do with it, but I think that, I've been in the game for a little while now. This is literally the best buy, hands down. And you can't really go wrong going out of print in one more year. Do your research, guys, obviously, before you buy anything. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down low in the comments. Like and please subscribe if you want to see more content. And I'm out.